This man possessed the ability to perfectly replicate the skills of others. After playing with A Long's A-level supernatural flame ability in technical class, Anya proactively offered her hand to Duan Fei, saying, "Brother Duan Fei, why don't you replicate my E-level ability too? You'll definitely be stronger than me if you use it." It turned out that Anya awakened the ability to tame zombies at the age of 8. Having been ostracized by her playmates since childhood, she was filled with fear and apprehension towards the outside world until she met Duan Fei, the brother who could open her heart. Therefore, ever since Anya evolved to level 1, he could sense the loss of innate energy within alien beasts. But the cat-like alien beast before him, seemingly the weakest, was indeed the strongest innate alien beast in this layer of ruins, only it couldn't control its inner power. Just as Anya was using her mental power to tame the cat-like alien beast, 2 lurking cat-owl-winged beasts launched a surprise attack. Seeing that Duan Fei couldn't intervene in time, at the critical moment, Anya successfully tamed it. A loud boom followed. It seemed Duan Fei had worried unnecessarily, and the smoke dissipated. Anya and Xiaobogu triumphantly defeated 2 enemies, but this made Xiaobogu a traitor among the cat-owl-winged beasts. Anya comforted her, telling her not to be afraid, that confidence would allow her to defeat them. A series of attacks swept past her petite figure, finally letting Xiaobogu see her awakened power. With a rapid charge, even lacking strength, speed alone could severely injure her opponent. Duan Fei could clearly see Xiaobogu's confidence surge, activating her S-rank ability, Absolute Storm. Anya hugged Xiaobogu tightly. She hadn't been mistaken. At this moment, Duan Fei reminded her that this was not the time to be happy. All the cat-owl-winged beasts then let out cries of worship, and behind them, a gigantic Earth-rank beast emerged from the darkness. Duan Fei drew his dagger, preparing for battle. It seemed to be the lord of the cat-owl-winged beasts. Then, Anya volunteered, "Brother Duan Fei, leave this Earth-rank beast to me." Hearing Duan Fei's affirmative answer, Xiao Bugu was shocked. "Neither of you need my permission?" At that moment, Xiao Bugu's body was again controlled by Anya. Facing the gigantic eagle claws, Xiao Bugu felt terrified. However, the vast difference in size, combined with the strong airflow and Via's flapping wings, kept Xiao Bugu spinning in the air. Just as he was about to catch his breath, he was attacked by his underlings, but Duan Fei stopped him. "Anya, don't worry. You need to trust your companions, instead of blindly controlling them. I'll stop them." Anya recalled how she had first entered Xiao Bugu's consciousness. She hadn't expected this to backfire, making him even more anxious. From a young age, she had been treated as an outsider by her tribe because of Mauser, gradually causing Xiao Bugu to distrust others and slowly developing an inferiority complex instilled by the isolated. Anya, too, had no parents and had lived under the ostracism of her classmates since childhood. Anya understood her feelings, but Anya was lucky to meet Brother Duan Fei, and I hope to pass on warmth to you like he does. Little Cuckoo, I want to take you to see the outside world. Just as the Lord was about to bite the traitor Cuckoo to death, Cuckoo felt Anya's kindness and warmth. He fired the first shot of his counterattack with a headbutt, using his small body and speed to confuse the Lord's vision. On the other hand, Duan Fei had already dealt with all the remaining cat Inisho, while Little Cuckoo's the activity instantly angered the Lord, causing it to grow gigantic a second time. Neither Anya nor Little Cuckoo gave up. Facing an opponent 100, 1,000, 10,000 times larger, Little Cuckoo continued to try to restrain it, preparing to find an opportunity to kill it with one blow. Duan Fei's expression became serious. Was it too much to let FG fight a deputy Earth-level opponent? As a result, Cuckoo returned to the underground, and the wind element around his body became agitated. It turned out that he had activated the S-class ability Absolute Storm, rushing towards the Lord's body at lightning speed. In the next instant, a hurricane enveloped the Lord's massive body, the swirling debris carrying 10 tons of force as the storm spun rapidly. Duan Fei was astonished. The hurricane was indeed powerful, but how could such a top-tier ability be emanating from this mutated cat owl? The Lord, unable to withstand the force, knelt down. It seemed Anya was right. This little guy was the strongest in the second layer of the ruins. Anya clenched her fist. Little Cuckoo would deliver the final blow. The impact instantly shattered the Lord's brain, and with a crack, the Lord died instantly. This battle between beings 1,000 times larger had finally come to an end. Duan Fei suggested that Little Cuckoo absorb the Lord's energy. Anya, how did you discover his potential? He asked. It turned out that when Anya activated her telekinesis, she could clearly see the numerical values within the zombie's body. Duan Fei thought to himself, no wonder she's an S-rank ability warrior. Then Anya bluntly said, Brother Duan, why don't you copy Anya's ability? If you used it, it would definitely be much stronger than mine. Anya extended her hand, and Duan Fei readily signed it, saying, Thank you, Anya. However, the ability contract seemed to malfunction. After a long attempt to replicate it, it failed, leaving Duan Fei bewildered. A pop-up window then appeared, indicating that the ability contract could not be used on zombies. Duan Fei could only explain, Anya's ability is special. I can't replicate it. At that moment, Little Cuckoo completed its absorption. Aya, who had evolved from S-rank to level 1, was immediately drawn to the next level. We should go to the next level, she said. But Duan Fei secretly vowed, in this life, I will never let Anya be caught up in the public opinion that she's human. The two arrived at the dangerous natural location of the third level. Duan Fei activated Shadow Strike, choosing to explore alone, while Anya and Little Cuckoo waited in place for safety. Duan Fei needed to make good use of this place to level up. He had previously stockpiled 40,000 purification points, and to reach the standard for D rank, he would need approximately 150,000 evolution points. However, the zombies on the third and fourth levels combined should be enough. Meanwhile, the shelter was being raided by soldiers from other shelters. A D-level ability user arrogantly said, Hey, call out your war god. Let me give him a good beating.